why does an AI answer cost money at all? It's just text, right? You ask something simple like explain embeddings in simple words, and the answer appears almost instantly. But behind that smooth text, the AI is not handling your question as one complete thought. It breaks the text into small pieces. It processes those pieces. Then it writes the answer back piece by piece. And those pieces are called tokens. And every token is worth. A token is a small piece of text. Sometimes it looks like a word. For example, the kitten sat on the sofa. That sentence might become pieces like the kitten sat on the sofa and the period. But tokens are not always whole words. A longer word, a word like unbelievable, might be split into smaller pieces. Even spaces and punctuation can matter. The exact split depends on the tokenizer, but the mental model is simple. AI reads and writes text in pieces. Not whole questions, not whole paragraphs, but pieces. And here is the part people often miss. Your question uses tokens, but the answer uses tokens too. Input tokens are the pieces that go into the model. Your question, instructions, examples, previous messages, and any documents you include. Output tokens are the pieces the AI writes back. The explanation, the summary, the list, or the final answer. So the total work is not just how long was my prompt. It is how much text went in and how much text came out. A short question with a long answer can still use many tokens. The answer counts too. But why does that create cost? Because every token has to move through the model. Do not imagine the model getting tired like a person. Imagine a huge processing system. A small amount of text moves through with less work. A larger amount of text needs more memory and more computation. If you paste a long document, the model has more pieces to process. If you ask for a detailed answer, the model has more pieces to generate. So the connection is simple. Tokens are the units of text, and processing those units is the work. There is another important detail. The model may not receive only your last question. In a real chat, the input can include previous messages as well. It can include system instructions, it can include retrieved documents, it can include memory, examples, or a long pasted file. Some of that context may not even be obvious on screen, but the model still has to read it, and context is made of tokens too. So a question that looks short can become much larger behind the scenes. That doesn't mean context is bad. Good context often makes the answer much better. But context has a cost, not just your latest sentence, everything the model needs to read. Just compare two requests. On the left, a short question gets a short answer. There are fewer input tokens, fewer output tokens, and the word meter stays small. On the right, a user pastes a larger document and asks for a detailed explanation. Now there are many more input tokens. The answer is longer too. The word meter grows because the system is processing and generating more text. Shorter is not always better. The goal is not to start the model. The goal is to give it enough context to answer well, while understanding what makes the word grow. Tokens show up in almost every AI feature. In chat, messages and answers are tokens. In search, the query and the retrieved results may become text the system processes. In RAG, useful snippets from documents are added as context. That's why relevance matters. Sending the whole document can waste tokens. Sending the useful part gives the model what it needs with less extra text. Memory works the same way. Useful memory can help. Irrelevant memory can add cost and noise. So tokens are not only a pricing detail, they are a practical design constraint for real AI systems. So remember the journey. Text becomes tokens. Input tokens go into the model. Output tokens come out one by one. Context counts too, and every token is work. That's why AI costs money. Not because one question is expensive by itself, but because the system has to process and generate many small pieces of text. More tokens means more processing, and more processing costs money. Not magic, just text pieces plus computation. Dmitry explains AI. AI explained clearly.